Earthy, sexy, sensual. She's a wild female animal who will do anything for the boy that she loves.
But why does he want to do it in a cemetery?
In my story, Jenny was Johnny, the 10-year-old son of a Presbyterian minister. And he didn't take off his shirt in 200 pages.
Sick.
Yes, but remember, his friends have been horribly murdered. He's defying death with an act of joy.
Okay, this one is a doozy. And also there's a real fan theory where Jessica is a serial killer. And this one, yeah, I can see it. I can see how we would get there. But this one is a real doozy. We learned that Jessica, she's writing her next story, but we learned that a previous story of hers had been sold to a movie studio, and they are making a weird teen horror film out of it, which is kind of bizarre for a Jessica Fletcher mystery novel. And she is not happy about it. She's got to go to LA and like get her script back, get her movie back. So we will see what she does. She has to fly to LA. She's on a plane from Cabot Cove the next day. And she meets with her publisher and a lawyer. And just a lot is going on with Jessica. She's trying to not, get this movie to be not made. And she goes to the set and she gets on the set, which is kind of strange. She just gets in someone's car and gets on the set, which I feel like that's not good security. We also meet our cast of characters. We have Little House on the Prairie, who is the star of this show. She is having an affair with the producer, White Suit, we'll call him. And he does not seem like a very nice guy. He also seems like he's very controlling of her, and she also lives in his beach house, and there's a lot. Anyway, and then we meet his ex-girlfriend who works on costumes on this movie, and there's also a screenwriter who used to be in Hawaii Five-0, and she used to play the sidekick on Hawaii Five-0, the original series. And White Suit, he just walks through, and that suit just is still white, which is crazy. Anyway, Jessica, we also meet Gomez Adams, who's the director of this horror teen thing, and he's in a lot of debt, we learn, so he has to make this movie be a hit. And also Little House on the Prairie's co-star, who seems like a very 80s bully. Anyway, so Jessica, she's trying to stop White Suit from making this movie, but she can't. She also hires Horshack from Welcome Back, Kotter, and he's supposed to he's a lawyer of some sort, and he's supposed to legally get this movie not made, but he decides that whatever she signed was ironclad and there's nothing he can do about it. And she's mad about that, but she's going back to the movie studio to apologize to White Suit, and then she finds him dead, of course. And she's like, oh no. But is Jessica a serial killer? Well, anyway, I don't know. But anyway, we find a button that is off of a costume that Jessica sees. And then she goes and gets a security guard. But he's like, did you kill this man? And she's like, no. But then the police finally arrive. And this guy is one of the worst policemen ever on the show. He just lets her dig around. And he also wants her to do his job for him. So he's maybe one of the worst cops I've seen on Murder, She Wrote. That is saying a lot because there are terrible cops on Murder, She Wrote. And anyway, the cast and the crew find out about White Suit's death, and they're sad about it. But also, in a weird way, someone volunteers Jessica to go and tell Little House on the Prairie that her boyfriend is dead. And she is at his beach house, and she's just living it up at White Suit's beach house. And she's been drinking all day. And just a lot is going on with her. But she's still sad about her little boyfriend, or her old boyfriend getting killed. Anyway, she talks to her main suspects. And also, I do not like this movie. I don't know what is going on here. And this is not a movie that Jessica Fletcher would write for sure. I don't really understand it. There's a lot of neon, I think there's vampires in it, it looks like. I don't know. Anyway, the police come and they arrest Jessica, which is crazy, but also maybe true. She also may be a serial killer. There's a fan theory. And anyway, the policeman, he says, hey, if you can get out of this, if you can solve this murder. And I know you can. So, again, just letting her do his job for him, which is just the worst policeman. Anyway, so Horshack and Jessica team up to try to prove her innocence. And look, oh, it's a bus. Remember crowded buses? Oh, that was a sign of the times. Anyway, Jessica goes back and she watches the dailies of the movie. She hates it, of course, because it's a bad movie. And she goes back to just investigate to get herself off the crime. And she also investigates the stud of this movie, the second star, and she believes he might have something to do with it, but he didn't. He didn't have anything to do with it at all. But And anyway, she goes and she talks to the costume lady, and she thinks maybe and then she does a breaking and entering on Little House on the Prairie's trailer. She does a lot of breaking and entering. And then, Gomez, he comes out of there. He runs out of there. He's just going. And why was Gomez in Little House on the Prairie's trailer, you might ask? We don't know yet, but he's there. Anyway, Horshack tackles Gomez and down to the ground. He got it. And the police come and arrest Gomez because they find the button on Gomez. But really, the Gomez was trying to put that button back into that lady's trailer. So that's a clue for this one. And Horshack, he's really like, how did you put this all together, Jessica? And Jessica's like, I don't think it's all together, Horshack. And she made Horshack go and get some new information on her cast of characters who she thought were the killers, and she invites them all to a party at the dead guy's beach house, which I think is illegal, but we're still gonna do it. So Jessica, she says this is a farewell party for her, and she talks to everybody, and she really gets the lowdown on all these people, and she makes her assumption, and everybody leaves. Everybody trickles out until Little House on the Prairie is the only one left, and of course Jessica is like, this is my girl. She made it seem like Jessica, that this was the girl. And she talks to her, and we all know, yeah, she killed the boyfriend because, we learned that Gomez was just, he was letting her, he was trying to protect her, I guess. And so she was also, so the producer was going to fire her little boyfriend off of the picture, so she hit him, and they got into an argument, and she hit him, and he was very controlling towards her, and she did not like that. And so, yeah, so that's why she killed him. And so Jessica, she completely figures it out, as always Jessica does. And I guess Little House on the Prairie, she probably went to jail for a rather long time. And I don't know. This was a pretty good episode, I guess. I saw this one coming a little bit. I could see that it was Little House on the Prairie the whole time. So, yeah, it was okay. But again, Jessica Fletcher was amazing. And she also might be a serial killer. I'm kind of on board for that theory because there's a lot of murders around her. And she seems to, know a thing or two about murder. But anyway, I will see you all next time for Murder, She Wrote Monday. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.